colleagues here. And the other thing that excites me is you. I am so very pleased to see these caring and interesting people here, and I know there's a greater part of the family in New York, and I'm going to rely upon you to introduce me to them, or please have them contact me, and once we get a proper email set up, I would like to hear from you folks. There are some of you, just briefly, I want to tell you about my background, so we're clear. And then I would like to share with you my intentions, what I'd like to see happen within the medical department at AC&C. Some of you are familiar with my background, others aren't. Very early in my career, I was interested in scientific advance and compassion for the animals who were very much tied to those scientific advances. And over time, I saw that there were investigations that could be completed in other ways, which led me to look for scientific questions which could be answered in other ways. And then it became much a part of me to express that compassion, which was always a constant, in a new and exciting field for me, which was animal protection. And I've spent time there as an advocate, as a shelter medicine vet, and personally became vegetarian, and where I am now is vegan. The issues in an animal shelter involve all of us as a community. We take in happily animals who some call unwanted, abandoned, whatever demographic from which they originate. There are orphans now, and it does take a community to care for them. And I would like to expand the network of partners so that animals who will better convalesce outside of the shelter setting can do that. Infection control is always something very important within a shelter setting, and there already have been in place for a long time strategies to address that on multiple levels. It's not just a cleaning issue. Stress is an issue. Any of us stressed out, our immune or our protective systems become devitalized quite a bit, and we're more susceptible to any of the bugs that are out there. So you can imagine an animal coming into a shelter setting, even what I consider to be a very good one, like AC&C, with very caring ACOs, our kennel people, our volunteers, our enrichment, our behavior staff, wonderful operations staff, and great veterinary staff, taking care of them. But it's different. They're not on their couch anymore. They're not in a familiar setting. And so their immune system gets depressed and they can become ill. So it's more than just cleaning. And we do depend on compassionate care that's given within the shelter, but also if we can expand the partnership to outside the shelter. There are many things that I want to accomplish at AC&C. Obviously, disease reduction is the primary one, but thematic to my primary goal is that for the animals who are entrusted to our care, that they receive the highest standards of care and compassion. I also have an additional interest, which may have some bearing on where we're going with the treatment of animals in the future in New York City, and I would hope nationwide. I don't have a lot of free time in this position, but if I do, you'll see me involved in animal law-related activities. I want animal law, which is an emerging topic in the field of law, to become more responsive, not only for the interest of the animals themselves, but for a community who has an increasing concern in the welfare of animals. I would welcome input from you folks. We really can't have enough people involved in the AC&C community. And I'd like to hear from you. And as I said, if you can introduce me to others in the extended family or have them contact me, I'd appreciate it. So I'm very glad to see so many caring and interested people coming out to this meeting and selfishly, at least in part, to meet me and hopefully get to know me better. I would like to be in lockstep, fighting the good fight with folks who are dedicated to ensuring animal welfare. And I'd like to keep that pace with you